Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So here is Roy Jones Jr., Pensacola's finest, one of the great young champions in boxing. Today he's 24 years old, 5'11" tall with a reach of 74. And he'll be facing the Dart Destroyer, Nigel Benn. He's 5'10" tall with a 72.8-inch reach.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
The Dart Destroyer, Nigel Benn, one of the greatest English champions of all time. This legendary middleweight.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing the newly crowned champion holding a record of 20.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
These punches coming from every angle. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
How about that time counter shot? Insane action. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. A straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, pal, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen.
What do we expect to see here in round two? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQs. Counterpunchers are the best.
There's a counter shot. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. The perfect counter lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. punching. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Forget about the round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back.
Smack on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you. Excellent.
Keep smart. You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't low.
You're not even in the same league as them. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round. You're switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes.
Let's get it started in round 3. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. That jab gets blocked. Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Good defense there to stop that hook. They figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Great work, I love that. I love that. Jab slick.
You're a lead. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
On to the 4th we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Think we'd see more accuracy. Beautiful counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good arm positioning, blocking that hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Good work out there.
That work in camp. You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your butt.
I'm missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't move back.
Time for the 5th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. The perfect counter lands. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
On to the 6th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice defense with that jab. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. How many more of these crosses is he going to hit? The jab not finding its target. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity. Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That big hook doesn't land. Well done with that counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. One of the best rounds I've seen this year. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
Round 8, and we're off again. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Good counter punching. Throws the uppercut, but misses. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He blocks that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. Hold it right there. The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. The Dark Destroyer goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all right?
Let's talk about winning that last round. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
That counter punch caught him clean. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
And it's bombs away between these two. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Roy Jones Jr. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow-mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Listen, you're smart when you go out there. Just take the round off and win the round on your jab. And breathe, big round, now relax.
Good man. Just saying it.
Completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible...
You were thinking you were smart. You weren't long enough, but you were still like...
This is the 10th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to do it.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can you believe Pensacola's finest is down? Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your glove.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed.
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you continue.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.